sit down. Yes. You see this national anthem thing. I want to tell the Blue Economy Academy to also have it for those on this side of the room to also view it. I sang it. Oh. I hope you saw me singing. Without wasting our time, let me quickly do short introductions. I have here the founder of the Blue Economy Academy, Mr. Obongesien, who is the convener of this meeting and somebody who has contributed very immensely to the Nigerian maritime industry in very many ways. Mr. Obongesien, rise for recognition. We also have with us Mr. Emmanuel Oluwadamilola, the General Manager of the Lagos State Waterways Authority and Special Advisor to the Governor on Blue Economy. Indeed, Lagos is a center of excellence, and we cannot talk about Blue Economy in Nigeria without a mention of Lagos. Lagos has proven to be a trailblazer, cutting through butter like a hot iron. I think Lagos deserves the crown as the champion state of Blue Economy in Nigeria. So having Mr. Emmanuel here to do the unveiling of the Blue Economy TV is having a round peg in a round hole. It's important I also state here that the Blue Economy TV is the first Blue Economy dedicated television channel in Africa. So what we are doing now may look small in this room, but we are setting the pace. We are setting the pace for others to emulate. It's not something that we are holding dear to ourselves alone. It's for everybody to do, because African economy is waiting to grow through our waters, and the Blue Economy conversation is one very good way to raise the awareness and make our policy makers come to the realization that you cannot have the waters and be poor. So on this note, I would like to invite the founder of the Blue Economy Academy to make a short speech before we proceed.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The essay to the Governor of Lagos State on Blue Economy, my friend and my brother, my ally, and I would also call him my brother in arms. We go way back. I fondly recollect how our paths crossed. Mr. Emmanuel Oluwadamilola, thank you very much for honoring our invitation. Mr. Ismail Anyemo, because you've not worked in the public space, he's the first person you should have introduced as protocol demands. So we are schooling you. We are schooling you. I made a lot of protocol blunders during my early days working in NIMASA. So many things. I took my private sector mentality into government space, and they had to teach me so much. And I thought it was quite enlightening to learn how things work. So let me duly give honor to whom it is due. I thank you for making out the time to be here. And I also thank you specially for the honor of the relationship that we built. Having from the master, who would have imagined that, in fact, I wouldn't have imagined that I would be doing anything about the Blue Economy, because I wanted to just come back to the School of Eloquence and resume my work as a speaking professional, teaching and coaching. But they say once you've tasted the sea, it never leaves you. It sticks with you. The ocean keeps calling. And I remember talking to my friend and brother Ismail Anyemo. I worked with him during those years in Nimasa. I said, look, this spirit has refused to leave me. So we'll just do whatever we can do. Use our knowledge capabilities and our media capabilities, that intersection or that convergence of being a knowledge sharer and a media practitioner. And that's what led to the establishment of the Blue Economy Academy. But before I go on, let me also acknowledge I have my colleagues from LASWA. Thank you for coming. Thank you for accompanying our essay here today. We appreciate the great work that you're also doing, providing that support. I also want to acknowledge my friend and a new ally. I keep making allies in the blue economy space every day. And that's one of the reasons why I know that I'm in the right place. Mr. Chuks Agwala, a geosynthetic engineer, a construction engineer, and a player in the blue space as well. Mr. Chuks has a lot of going concerns in import and export in construction. Never mind how humble he looks. I call him a big boy. And of course, not forgetting my friends, my colleagues. It's good to see some of you again after over a year. The last time we met here was when we launched the Blue Economy Academy. This was about a year and a half ago. And I'm glad that you've honored me or honored us to be back here. It shows that we had a good relationship to the best of my ability while I was in office. It's always good to ensure that while in office you build very important and strong relationships. And so I thank you and I cherish the goodwill, my friends and our friends from the media. Thank you very much for coming as well, because this initiative, this project is really for the media. It's really a platform for blue economy practitioners to help bring to light what Nigeria is about to exploit to its fullest. So let me just give you a brief sense of how this came to be. We have the Blue Economy Academy. By the end of this year, we'll be marking 2 years. And the Blue Economy Academy is essentially an institution designed on the mission to see a Nigeria that prospers by water. That is our mission. That is what drives us. We can't have so much prosperity from Badagry to Bakassi, as we always call it, 853 kilometers, and not make the most of it. And so we felt that it was time to intentionally establish an institution that will harness industry expertise to champion functional knowledge, what we call knowledge you can use. So when you come to the Blue Economy Academy, you are learning with the view to implementing immediately. That's why our philosophy in terms of education is knowledge you can use. Not another round of academic exposure. So when you come, because our vision, our mission is to see a Nigeria that prospers by water, all of the knowledge offerings that we bring into the service of Nigerians from across strata, whether you're a policymaker or an industry player, all of the knowledge that we bring to bear is essentially to enable you to act immediately so that you can begin to manifest and actualize that vision of a Nigeria that prospers by water. So you'll find lawyers, you'll find financial experts, you're going to find engineers, you're going to find media practitioners. That's the reason why we have the 10 inclusion buckets, where we deal with 10 critical areas. And you would see from the portrait behind you there, we have blue commerce, which is what we have been used to, the maritime industry. And by the way, it's important to note that the maritime industry is essentially a sector. The blue economy is an ecosystem. So while we have enjoyed the benefits of what maritime has enabled us to do as a nation, without maritime, even the oil we have would not be exportable for us to bring in our petrodollars. Shipping and all of that, while we have done that for decades, it is now time to explore all of the other elements that make up the ecosystem. So you have blue talent. For some of you in HR, there's room for you to play there. We have blue power. We were at the University of Rhode Island some years back. So that university is actually located adjacent to the sea. There is proximity. And we went at one of the simulators. And from the simulators, we could see windmills, over 100 of them. Because, of course, it was too sensitive for us to actually go out. So, but we could actually see the windmills working. And they said to us that those windmills actually provide power not just for the university, but for the immediate community as well. Now, that's a university harnessing clean, renewable energy. That's blue economy at work. And while we're in Ikoyi here, the breeze just blows us. We enjoy the breeze. And just say, this breeze is lovely, it's beautiful. We're enjoying ourselves. But there's so much more. Wind power. The ocean gives that. We're not even talking about tidal energy and all of the rest. So, these are all of the sectors. Today is not a day for all of that lecture, but to give you a sense that we're working with 10 key inclusion buckets. We have blue finance. I was talking the other day with Mr. Oscar Onyema, the former DG of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, and he said, yes, bring it on. Let's see what we can do together to begin to create instruments, blue instruments. Lagos is the financial capital of Nigeria, and of course West Africa as well, and the 6th largest economy in Africa. Lagos can become the headquarters of Blue Capital, where there are various instruments, financial instruments, like they've done in Belize, to renew blue ecosystems. So these possibilities are just endless. Where do I start from? Which one do I take? Which one do I touch? So endless. Endless. So when you leave, you're free to take a picture of that diagram to my right and to your left. Those 10 key inclusion buckets, they constitute the bedrock of the thinking of the Blue Economy Academy. So all of our programs, any program you attend, you're networking, you're meeting with people, and then you're taking action. That is the kind of institution that we are. Knowledge you can use. And our instructors, our industry players, we call them industry fellows. But we felt that it was not enough to be an institution of learning, because the work of the ocean is vast. There's so much more to be done, and of course we have to collaborate. As I mentioned earlier on, the convergence of education and media, which is our strength, inspired us to say, what else can we do to, you call it vertical integration, is that what you call it? I hope I'm correct, the economy is here. What else can we do to integrate further? Let's leverage our assets in terms of know-how. And we're inspired to establish what we have come today to launch, the Blue Economy Television. So let me give you an idea of what the Blue Economy Television is going to be. Even though we've been doing some work prior to this period, today is our official launch. You get to switch on your DSTV in a matter of months and go to BETV, Blue Economy TV. 9 a.m. in the morning, you'll see one of our programs called Blue Morning Nigeria. Instead of Good Morning Nigeria, it's Blue Morning Nigeria. Everything we're talking about, the same thing you watch on Arise, when you get to watch the politics, we'll be discussing the politics of the sea, the politics of the ocean. Our politics will be through a blue prism. Everything we'll be talking about, we want to see a Nigeria that turns blue. Yes, our national color is green. But it is blue that keeps green alive. That is our fixation. That is our vision. In the daytime, how many of you watch Journalist Hangouts here? You know the program called Journalist Hangouts. We have our own version, our own response to that, where journalists sit together. It's called Watchers of the Seas. The maritime press covers the oceans and everything around it. Every day, a collection of journalists, 3 of them will sit down and discuss what is going on, so that we can provide a sense of a pulse, a reading, and help drive our policymakers to make better policies and execute within our blue spaces. We're going to have our Blue Economy News, where we report news, everything we do, regular TV programming, but through a blue prism. Until Nigerians realize that yes, we are a blue nation. We are a blue nation. And that is our mission, but we cannot do it alone. And that's why today's event, if we had a bigger space, we would have invited the entire party. We're very, very careful. We said, look, this place cannot sit more than 40, give or take. So please control the invite. Let's majorly invite the media. Because this, for those of us who are maritime journalists, this is your TV platform to share knowledge. So, thank you. This is your TV platform to share knowledge. Of course, we're going to have VIPs come, a lot of the big guns. We'll be inviting them. We're going to invite our Honorable Minister. We're going to invite heads of agencies. Come. But let me not give too much away until the commissioning is done. You'll get to see the studio. So, in a nutshell, that's what it's about. And we're grateful that we have this opportunity to officially flag it off. And without much ado, I want to welcome our guest, our special guest, to deliver his remarks. And after he has delivered his remarks, are we live streaming? We're live streaming, right? After he has delivered his remarks, we will then move on to the studio area for him to cut the ribbon and unveil the Blue Economy TV. And you'll be the first to sit down for a chat, a blue chat on what is happening. Because the truth is, Lagos is ground zero for Nigeria's blue economy. And for the blue economy to succeed, it is the subnationals that are the frontiers. The 8 littoral states must take the lead, and then with the support and the engagement, active engagement of the remaining 26 or so blue wall states, or blue corridor states, I beg your pardon. All of the states that are rivers that are connected by water. Here at the Blue Economy Academy, we call them the blue corridor states. Once the littoral states lead, Lagos providing that leadership and bringing together, encouraging that coming together, that galvanizing factor, then the blue corridor states can begin to see more value. And we no longer need to use the word riverine as if it is a belittling, demeaning space to operate in. No. Riverine, the rivers, the coastal communities, the river-based communities is where the wealth is at. And we must all start to address all of this. Because in the end, what we're trying to do is to eliminate sea blindness. There's sea blindness at the top, there's sea blindness at the bottom. Oh yes, there are many policy players who are sea blind, not because they've chosen to, but because of the culture that we have gotten used to. And so we don't have the powers to open blind eyes physically. That is God's territory. But God has given us the grace to begin to open the eyes of people to see the sea, because the sea affects us all. So it is my pleasure to welcome my friend, my brother, a man I respect so much, the General Manager, Lagos State Waterways Authority, and I think it's the essay so let's get it right, the special advisor to the governor. So the governor is here, and I'm sure that what we have done today will make its way to the governor's ears, and by God's grace, the essay will help us invite the governor as a guest at the right time. Would love to have him and have his voice, have his say, and as Lagos continues to lead, because Lagos is stuck with leadership. Whether you like it or not, you have to lead. That is by default. So it is my pleasure to welcome the Special Advisor to the Governor of Lagos State on the Blue Economy, and of course the GM of LASWA, Mr. Emmanuel Oluwadamilola. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It's not a very good platform to come and be speaking after such an orator. But thank you so much for this opportunity. I don't take it for granted at all. I'd like to specially greet you, Ubong SN. I like to put doctor on your name, but every time I'm looking for you, I don't see doctor, so all I see is CSP. So I celebrate you today as well. And of course, a good friend who we're seeing today, but we've always been chatting, Mr. Ismail Anemo, publisher of Journal NG. Yes, I'm very right here. And media members of the press, Fourth Estate of the Realm, I celebrate you and especially recognize you and thank you for being here today. Really, it's about you today. And of course, I don't want to leave out my team who I came behind. If not, they would just not take me back home. So I recognize every one of them from all the people who are here as well. Today is not a day to say so much, but to just really say that I'm so happy to be here today. And in the last 1 week, I've heard this thing about when the sea encounters you, the sea refuses to leave you. There's something about it. I spent the last 10 years of my life on these seas. And I'm seeing myself move from general manager to special advisor, Blue Economy. I never ever thought I'd be Blue Economy. I probably thought I'd transition. I started in education and I found myself in transportation and I was thinking, what am I doing here? But I'm here and it seems like the sea still has use to keep me for. So let me just dive straight into my speech. So good afternoon, everyone. Permit me to start with a quote. Nations rise not only by what they build, but how well they communicate what is possible. And the Blue Economy TV is that voice for our waters. Today we stand at a very symbolic moment because throughout history, waters have always represented potential, deep, vast, and often unexplored. And for Lagos, that potential is undeniable. We are a state surrounded and shaped by water, over 180 kilometers of coastline, over 140 kilometers of inland waterways weaving through our communities, a maritime corridor that supports over 70% of Nigeria's international trade. Yet, as we've seen for all of these years, we have now started to awaken to the consciousness of what our waterways is and what our maritime space is. So today indeed marks a shift. The launch of the Blue Economy TV is not just the unveiling of a platform, but it's the awakening of a consciousness, a realization that our waters are not barriers, but they are bridges, not limits, but they are lifelines, not just scenery, but strategy. Because within these waters lie jobs for our youth, food security through fisheries and aquaculture, mobility solutions through water transport, investment opportunities in tourism, ports, and marine services, and pathways to environmental sustainability and climate resilience. Permit me to quote from the Holy Book that says, "There's the sound of the abundance of rain. Before rain came, there was first a sound." I believe that what we're witnessing today is that sound. A sound that says Lagos is ready. A sound that says Nigeria is rising. A sound that says the Blue Economy is no longer an idea, it is a movement. Blue Economy TV will carry that sound. It will tell the stories that need to be told. It will reveal opportunities that have not yet been seen. It will connect vision to action. Because before transformation happens in systems, it must first happen in the minds of people. To the team behind this vision, thank you for daring to see differently. You are helping Lagos step fully into its identity, not just as a commercial hub, but as a Blue Economy powerhouse. And to everyone here, this is an invitation, not just to watch, but to engage, not just to listen, but to build, not just to observe, but to lead. The waters are calling, and through platforms like this, we are finally responding. Congratulations on this historic launch. Thank you, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I thank you very much, Essie, for that encouraging, inspiring speech. And yes, together we are making history, and we're glad for the support and for the association. Our next, as we said today, is a smash and grab operation. So if there's anyone still on their way, my worries is once they get here, they'll just we just see them all. They'll just join us on our way back home. So what I want to do is just to play one or two 15, 20 second clips of what should they expect to see on the Blue Economy TV. Just gives us a sense. We produce a lot of documentaries already. For instance, you have one, AI, Big Data, and Blue Tech Revolution. We produce about 30 documentaries so far. Yes. We are of course, we've been attending a lot of events, maritime events, Blue Economy themed events, where we're doing a lot of coverage. And I can assure you, we're also going to have Blue Socials. So if a leading player in the sector, let's say he's being honored with an honorary degree somewhere, we'll be there. These are players. Or Blue Marriages will cover them. Oh yes, marriages at sea, weddings at sea.
I go inside the water.
So it's going to be a celebration of all that we have in our waters. We also have the Blue Battle, where we talked about the Nigerian Navy, Blue Giant. There's just so much, but all of these will be available for now on YouTube. By next week, you're going to be able to watch what we are running live. So you can tune in live and see programs that you can go. But just to give you a sneak peek.
We've mapped the moon better than our oceans. But that's changing thanks to AI, satellites, and smart tech that listen to the sea. A smart ocean is an informed ocean. Using sensors, AI, and cloud data, we can monitor fish stocks, track pollution, and even forecast climate threats. In Lagos, youth are coding maritime apps. In Calabar, AI tools are tracking trawlers. In Bayelsa, fishermen use SMS alerts to avoid toxic blooms. From oil tracking to weather alerts, data is becoming Nigeria's most powerful coastal tool. To lead, we need access to global tools, local training, and indigenous innovation. Ocean intelligence must be open, inclusive, and African-led. The ocean speaks in data. It's time we listened with purpose and with code.
Right, so that's one. Let's just take the one. I think for the one we did with the Navy, restoring. Let's see, there's just so much. Time will not allow us. Let's see the Blue Battle. Let's celebrating our Nigerian Navy.
Once, these waters were the world's most feared piracy, theft, fear at sea. But the Nigerian Navy fought back. And won. For 3 years, our seas have been calm. Piracy defeated. Water secured. The Navy victorious. But calm seas alone are not enough. What next? Empty coasts. Idle hands. Youths with no trawlers to work on. Security without prosperity is only half a victory. America is a superpower because its security fuels its prosperity, and its prosperity funds its security. Nigeria too must embrace this duality. No arm of our military holds the key more than the Navy. The old battle was pirates, oil thieves, and poachers. The Navy won it. The new battle is poverty on our coasts, wasted blue wealth, stolen futures. This is the blue battle, the battle for prosperity, for jobs, for abundance. Admirable, history will remember not only the battles you won at sea, but the prosperity you unleashed from it.
So, thank you very much. We have so much of this. Don't worry, you will be able to download so much of it when you go to Blue Economy TV on YouTube. I think we're already live streaming, so I'm sure people are watching us as we speak present. All right, at this point, we have just 2 pieces of business to conduct. First, I'm not sure the area will contain us all. Is there a way they can watch on screen? Okay, you can take a camera there. Wow. Okay, let's just do it. We'll be back in less than 30 seconds. So what we want to do is to make, go to commission. Is it commission now? Launch. The commission is when you build. We'll commission the Blue Economy TV. But this one we're launching it. We're going to do the launching. The SA will cut the ribbon and we'll sit in briefly for us to have a chat on the Blue Economy. And then, you want us to take it? Yes. Okay, before you go there. These are my colleagues and so yes, whatever your wish is our command. Yes. I think you can come and join us. For us, before we move, so that we can, once we're done with the interview, I know it has a very packed day, I would like, please have your seat. Where's Kachi? Kachi, let me have. So that we can make this. All right, sir. It is our tradition to at least express our appreciation for making the time to join us and for being part of this historic moment. So we just have this plaque of appreciation. My former boss, then DJ of the Massa, every time you say silver and gold, I don't know, you are the DJ of the Massa. Every time he wants to make a presentation, we don't have silver, we don't have gold. I don't know, the person that said that one is in the Bible. You are not that person. But well, let me borrow from him because he's a man I appreciate so much. He fought and blackmailed me to join him in the maritime sector. If you have not done that, I probably will not be here today. So I always, whenever I have the opportunity, like to spend thoughts of appreciation for Dr. Bashir Jami, the immediate part DJ of the Massa. My close friends, they did everything possible to blackmail me, including using my wife to join in the maritime sector. So my wife still has the keys to us. So this is a plaque of appreciation presented to you, sir, Mr. Emmanuel Oluwadamilola, Special Advisor to the Governor of Lagos State on the Blue Economy, in recognition of your leadership, strategic support, and commitment to advancing the blue economy in Lagos. And there's no doubt that as you advance the blue economy in Lagos, the ripple effects, it's only natural that the ripples will extend across and reverberate across the country. So it is on this occasion of the official launch of the Blue Economy TV, Monday, 23rd March 2026, as you can see, Blue Economy TV, and of course, the Blue Economy Academy. So thank you very much, sir, on behalf of please registrar, come and join us. Come and join us. We're using, we are squatters here. This is the School of Eloquence. So we're using their property. I forgot to introduce her. This is Patience. She's registrar of the School of Eloquence. See, I'm forgetting School of Eloquence very fast. And of course, she's also my wife. She's the person that blackmailed me with jam to go to the Blue Economy Academy. So into the maritime industry. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. No, if Uche was usually goes ahead, he will be change their position, they should be feeling digital. You don't interchange their position. It will show now. It don't they show. Gucci, it show. And I don't interchange their position.
You know me, you know people are interchange. Our phone is
Even
you already show, you already show.
I didn't see like this one. They are so switch.
You don't switch, you don't show. I am with you. You don't show.
Congratulations.
The mic will be. Like this, the mic is. Already disconnect this mic. Okay, check out. Check it out. Yes. Okay.